Yo guys, we just got a crazy leak about a new fighting style, and I have to say, I did not expect this. But before that, if you want a chance to win a permanent pain fruit, you must watch this video till the very end. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below a secret code which I'll show at the end of the video. I'll be picking one lucky winner, so stick around for that. Alright, so let's go back for a second to Blox Bulletin 10. That teaser didn't just give us fruit hype, it showed a fight. At first glance, it looked like the legendary face-off between Rip Indra and King Redhead, and technically that's true, but here is the detail people miss. The characters we're seeing aren't the story bosses themselves, but their commander counterparts. King Redhead is also known as the Red Commander, and Rip Indra is also represented as the Rip Commander. That means the teaser wasn't just showing lore characters, it was showing us their NPC commander versions squaring off. Why does that matter? Because these commanders are known for carrying unique abilities. The Red Commander, for example, is the one that uses sanguine art. And sure enough, in the teaser, we see those same blood-red energy trails. That lines up perfectly. But here's the bigger question. What exactly is the Rip Commander using in that fight? Because it definitely doesn't look like Indra's usual moves. The aura, the color scheme, and the way the effects are drawn suggest something completely different. Some fans think this could be a new fighting style or fruit, one that ties directly to a celestial theme. And when you think about it, that makes perfect sense. The devs didn't just show us a random duel. They showed us two commanders, each with unique abilities. One is confirmed to have sanguine art, but the other, that's still a mystery. If they're setting up a rivalry event between commanders, doesn't it make sense that both sides would represent brand new powers? Let's break this down. The aura on the Rip Commander isn't red, isn't fiery, and it doesn't match Indra's old VFX. Instead, it glows with a white-purple-ish aura, almost like it's connected to something higher, something celestial. In fact, the energy trails look a lot like the color schemes we've seen used whenever devs hint at heavenly or divine mechanics. Now here is where the community theories start getting really spicy.
Yeah, boy.
Some people believe we could be looking at the long-awaited celestial fighting style. Think about it. Every major saga of updates has given us one huge new fighting style, Godhuman, Sharkman Karate rework, and of course the teased divine arts. If they follow the same trend, this would be the perfect moment to drop another. And it's not just the pattern, it's the timing. Whenever a mysterious aura is teased in advance, it almost always pays off later. Look at how Doe and Dragon were hinted at long before their reworks. The developers love setting up anticipation with little clues that grow into major reveals. This celestial aura could be the exact same setup. What would a celestial fighting style even look like? Well, based on the teaser, it would probably focus on light-infused combos, aerial movement, and overwhelming speed. Imagine attacks that leave golden trails in the sky, dashes that look like shooting stars, and finishers that slam down with the force of heavenly energy. A style that feels less like martial arts and more like divine combat. But here's where things get even crazier. Some fans believe the celestial ability could come with mechanics we've never seen before, like floating midair while chaining attacks or temporary invulnerability tied to a divine aura. Imagine being able to hover above the battlefield, raining down light attacks while dodging everything thrown at you. That's not just a fighting style, it's a whole new way to play the game. But here's another angle. What if it's not a fighting style at all? What if the Rip Commander is using a celestial fruit, a fruit that grants powers tied to light, stars, or even cosmic energy? The devs have been hinting for ages at fruits beyond the usual elemental set. A celestial-themed fruit would make sense, especially if they wanted to pair it with a fighting style on the red side. One commander brings sanguine art, the other, a fruit tied to the heavens themselves. And this theory actually lines up with something else we've been promised. Bulletin 10 told us 3 fruits were on the way. 2 of them have already been revealed, but the third one, still a mystery. Fans have been speculating non-stop about what it could be, and the Rip Commander aura might just be our answer. If that third fruit is celestial in nature, then the teaser fight was our first sneak peek all along. And if that's true, then the RIP event isn't just a one-off boss fight. It's a teaser for 2 entire gameplay systems being added. The Red Commander showcasing the art we already know, and the Rip Commander debuting something totally new. The event itself could act as the reveal. Players fight both sides, see the powers firsthand, and then later unlock them through quests or updates. Now imagine how this plays out during the event. You and your crew enter the Rip domain, and suddenly you're not just fighting basic mobs. You're seeing celestial abilities in action firsthand before anyone else has them. That would instantly turn the RIP update into one of the most hype events in Blox Fruit's history. Let's not forget, this matches perfectly with how the devs love to drop their biggest surprises. Remember when Spirit was teased ages before it became playable? Or when Dragon Rework got hyped through cinematic fights before anyone could touch it? The devs always plant these story-driven hints that double as previews of new content. This RIP fight fits right into that tradition. And think about how powerful this reveal would be for the trading economy. A brand new fruit or fighting style with celestial themes wouldn't just be strong, it would be valuable. Players would rush to trade for it, hoard it, and flex it in lobbies. It would completely shake up the demand for older top-tier fruits like leopard, doe, and dragon, while creating a brand new chase item everyone wants. Now let's talk timing. We're deep into the current update cycle, and Bulletin 10 specifically told us 3 fruits were coming. 2 are already released, but that third slot, still a mystery. What if the reason we haven't seen it yet is because it's tied directly to this celestial reveal? The devs could be holding it back as the grand finale of the cycle. And that would make sense, because right now, the anime community is exploding with hype around heavenly and godlike transformations. Gear 5 brought divine energy into mainstream anime culture. A celestial-style release would ride that same wave. Just like Rubber's white aura hinted at Luffy, this teaser duel could be hinting at something divine to match the theme. Imagine how this plays out in PvP. A celestial fighting style could dominate with aerial combos, letting you juggle opponents midair with bursts of light. The dashes could make it impossible to pin down, creating a new high-mobility archetype to rival doe and leopard. And if it's a fruit instead, a light celestial fruit could combine massive AoE attacks with blinding effects that disorient enemies. Either way, the balance of the meta would shift dramatically. And don't even get me started on PvE. Picture raiding with celestial powers, giant beams of light wiping entire waves, star-infused projectiles that pierce through mobs, or boss finishers that call down meteors of golden energy. The devs have been leaning harder into cinematic abilities lately, and this would push that trend to the max. Of course, the trading economy would completely flip. A new fruit or fighting style of this scale would instantly become top tier in value. Players would scramble to get their hands on it, driving trades into chaos just like we saw with doe and dragon after their reworks. A celestial power wouldn't just be strong, it would be a flex, something that proves you're at the cutting edge of Blox Fruit's content. And here is the part that really excites me, the symbolism. If the red commander represents blood, mortality, and the physical side of combat, then the rip commander represents the opposite, divinity, light, and higher power. A clash between earthly and celestial forces. That's not just a cool fight, it's storytelling. It's the devs giving us a narrative arc through gameplay. So let's put it all together. Bulletin 10 gave us a duel. At first, people thought it was Rip Indra and King Redhead. And yes, technically it is, but in their commander forms. The red commander shows a sanguine art. The Rip commander, that's the real mystery. Maybe a celestial fighting style, maybe a celestial fruit. Either way, the devs are clearly teasing that the RIP event will be the stage for a massive reveal. But what do you guys think? Is this really the debut of a celestial fighting style? Or do you think it's something else entirely? Maybe even the third fruit from Bulletin 10 finally being shown off? Let me know your theories down in the comments because I want to hear all of them. And of course, here is the giveaway code. Celestial fruit is coming. Make sure you comment that down below for a chance to win that permanent Rumble fruit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.